Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Ithaca, Wisconsin. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we're set to bring you today's tournament action here as the Bulldogs host the Cambridge Crew, the Richmond Center Hornets, the Westby Norsemen, and, of course, themselves as the host team here today in this little four-team invitational. We're going to take a look here at today's ball game. And if we can take a quick peek here, the starting pitcher is going to be Micah Salisbury for the Ithaca Bulldogs. His battery mate is Houston Garcia Bolin. And they're warming up right now, as you can see, as we shoot through our screen. Boy, a nice position here, and we hope you'll be able to watch the play without too much difficulty. We're going to take a little break and come back. We'll look at all of our sponsors, and we'll return with our opening pitch as the Bulldogs host the Westby Norsemen. Welcome back here to Ithaca as we're ready for today's ball game. Devin Nedlin will step in. Our thanks going out to all of our terrific sponsors, which we'll mention throughout today's ball game and the tournament. Here's the opening pitch to Nedlin. It's in there for a called strike. This ball game underway. Salisbury out in front, 0-1. Comes right back, and here's a little fly ball that's going to sail foul down the right field side. And Nedlin finds himself down in the count here at 0-2. 0-2 the count. Pitch is fouled back. Nedlin hanging in there. Devin today is, of course, he's a sophomore here for the Westby Norsemen, playing center field. He'll also pitch. He's been on a pretty good little roll here, hitting-wise, since being inserted into the leadoff spot. Here's a fly ball, though, out to center field, and this is going to be caught. Out there is Mac Neef making the grab. And there's one down. Thanks going out to Bethel Home and Services. Of course, you'll find them throughout the area. Here's a line drive that's going to get out there to right center field. Neef is out there to make the play, but a base hit here for Gavin Larson. So Westby with a runner on and one down. That is going to bring up Bo Milutinovic. Milutinovic, your number 3 hitter, has been doing a pretty good job. There's a quick throw over to first base. Larson back in. Salisbury is set, and here he comes. Called strike. That one tailing away from Milutinovic. On deck is Garrett Vatlin. Quick toss. Ooh, that was close. Larson had to dive back in full extension in order to touch the base. There's a ball fouled off. Ethan Cockcroft, the first baseman, and he's got a nice stretch. Well, you can kind of get that ball a little quicker to first base with that. Let's see if Salisbury goes back there again. Another good lead. Ooh, that one came in and hit Milutinovic. And there's 2 on with 1 down. Yeah, that one just tailed right in and did not break at all. Milutinovic took that one on the side and jogs down to first base. Westby with something going on here early in the ball game. Runners take their lead. The opening pitch to Vatlin is downstairs. It's 1-0. Thanks again to the Bank of Cash and Scott Wall and that great crew helping us out today with the broadcast. There's a ground ball, shortstop. The throw to second. They'll get the runner in Milutinovic. So a fielder's choice here by Vatlin. Well, nice job there by Sammy Clary as he was able to get down to pick up that ball and make a nice throw to second. Covering there was Lincoln Manning. 6-4 on that put out. This is Lucas Bendel, the left fielder now. Runners at first and third. We'll see if Vatlin with good speed might take off for second base. And there he goes. Swinging a ball lifted up towards second base and off the glove. It was a tough play for Manning. And it's going to be a little Texas leaguer. Run comes across here in Larson. And the Norsemen will take the early lead. Runners again at first and third. That's going to bring up the DH in Chase Bendel. Bendel DHing for Blake Hatlin, the pitcher. Swing and a miss on a good fastball right at the letters. Well, the ADRC, Aging and Disability Resource Center, Vernon County, located right there in Viroqua. There's a swing and a miss helping us out today. You can give them a call at 637-5201. And American Family Insurance, the Miranda Wright Agency. It's the family that you choose. Swing and a miss, and that'll take care of business there as Salisbury comes bouncing right back with 3 good pitches, and it winds up as a strikeout to finish up the inning. However, the Norsemen will pick up 1 run. They get that run on 2 base hits. They'll leave 2 runners on, and it'll be the Bulldogs coming up. It'll be Manning, Kepler, and Clary when we return. Back we come here to Ithaca. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we're in the bottom half of inning number 1. Norsemen sneaking a run across here in their top half. Here's Lincoln Manning to start things off here for the Bulldogs. And yes, he is a nephew, if you wonder. Chance to watch him play a couple of games here today. He'll take that one upstairs after chopping the first offering foul down the Bulldog side. So Hatlin doing the pitching here for the Norsemen. Here's a ground ball foul, third base side. Hatlin out in front, 1-2 now. Blake Sutton doing the catching today in this game, giving Ben Ratho a bit of a break here. Ratho will most likely be doing a second game for the Norsemen behind the plate. Whatever time that is. Could be 1, could be 3. It's a winners-losers bracket here today. Manning hangs in there with the foul ball. He reached out and poked that one away. Count stays at 1-2. Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op bringing you today's action. Of course, that's Upper Chaseburg with John Maslevicek and that great crew. Another foul ball. Well, now we've got a little battle going on here with the pitching of Hatlin and the batting of Manning. Getting set. That'll be upstairs, and the count is even now at 2 apiece. Here's a little pop fly. This is going to be trouble, but heading over, nobody can get to it. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Well, he found no man's land. Manning on base here for the Bulldogs with a punch out towards right field. That was about 6-7 feet in fair territory and about 3 feet in the middle of 3 players. Nobody could reach it. That's going to bring up Matt Kepler, now the center fielder. Runner taking off. It's a pop foul. And they'll do it again. So Hatlin will be out in front, 0-1 to Kepler as he looks down, picking up the signs from head coach Danny Clary for the Bulldogs. Here's a ground ball, short, bobble. He's got to go to first. A high throw. It's going to be over the head. Manning's heading for third. They're going to tag. They're going to tag Kepler, who they say broke for second, and then he tried to hustle back. It's going to be an error. Kepler was on and then thrown out. We're going to go, and unfortunately, it's going to be an E6 and then a 3 on the 6-3 on the tag out after the overthrow. Probably could just say a 3 on his own, really, when everything is said and done. Manning winds up at third when all the hoopla finishes. There's a foul ball. Sammy Clary, the shortstop, looking to try and punch one out in the green to tie this ball game up. Tying run 90 feet away. Well, a heads-up play over there at first base by Beckett Brigham, too, realizing that Kepler had made the turn, and he went after the tag and just beat him back to the bag. Thanks to Cade Clearing helping us out today. We appreciate Brett and Riley Cade supporting the broadcast. Here's a little line drive. It is in there for a base hit, and Manning jogs across home plate, and this game is now tied up. Clary with a nice piece of hitting here as he just punched it right back up the middle to center field. One on, one down, and one in. Here's Micah Salisbury, the pitcher. Takes a strike, quick throw down to first. Clary back in. Clary with the lead. Swing and a miss. Bulldogs coming in today with a record of 11-3 and entrenched in that second place position, I believe, in the Ridge and Valley. Seneca will be your conference champions. They have a 3-game lead on the Bulldogs. Well, Zika Steuben also in that mix, but Seneca defeated them last night or Thursday night, I believe it was. Called strike 3. He snuck that one by Salisbury. 2 down. Meanwhile, the Norsemen just under 500 in their play this year. In the Cooley Conference with a couple of tough teams with the Viroqua Blackhawks leading the way and the West Salem Panthers right behind them. Westby with all kinds of games coming up. In fact, the other night, talking with Coach Hamilton, and he said that they had their last practice the other day because they have games from here on out. It's just a lot of makeup and trying to finish up the year before those regionals come around, which is, well, I believe it's going to start on May 25th, if I remember correctly. That's a Thursday. Just before graduation. Hatlin comes in. Here's a ground ball. Lost the handle, and it's going to be an error at third. With Vatlin had that one just chew him up. That was a tough hit from Logan Anderson, and Anderson is on base. 2 on. That's going to be an E5. Anderson playing third base, hits it to third base. This is going to bring up Ethan Cockcroft now, the first baseman, as he settles in. Takes the ball upstairs and a little bit tight. Next offering is downstairs. Well, Bobby John's bringing you today's action. Of course, Bobby John, Sam Balto, and his family located there in Cashton. Great place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. 3-0 the count now. Had the green light, popped this one up out towards right field, and it'll be brought down. The catch made out there by Rhett Stensling to finish off the inning. Well, the Bulldogs come bouncing right back. They pick up 1 run on 2 hits, and they'll leave a couple of runners on base here in the bottom half of the first. We're all knotted at 1 apiece. As we come back for the top half of inning number 2, our thanks going out to Carmen Fortune, your New Directions real estate expert located there in Westby. Lifelong resident, and she can help you tremendously when it comes to selling or buying your new home. Well, let's take a look at who's starting up here. It's going to be a ground ball. Oh, it got by Salisbury, and hustling along there, it's going to be, I think we got to go down with an error as Salisbury, he picks that up. He's got an easy out. He just swept over the top of the ball, and Stensling is on base. Tough break there First error of the ball game on the Bulldogs. Here's Beckett Brigham. He shows bunt. He pops this one up. Oh, there's going to be a double play. A nice job there by Salisbury. He bounces right back. The attempted bunt popped up. Salisbury coming in. He makes the catch. Stensling was on the run, and it's going to be a double play. So the catch, and then the 1-3 throw for out number 2. There's a called strike. Blake Sutton takes the second pitch outside to even the count at 1 apiece. Here's a fly ball. This pretty well tagged, but it'll be just in front of the left fielder, so a base hit for Sutton. I tell you what, he had a nice swing on that, and he was able to drop it right in front of the left fielder in Wes Nelson. Probably not able to see that one, but again, thanks to the Bulldogs as we're up here in their baseball announcer's booth. Salisbury steps off the mound, and now they'll reset. We go back to the top of the order with Devin Nedlin. Runner taking off. Here comes the throw, and the coverage. Did they get him? No. That was quite the sweep there. Sammy Cleary coming over to cover at second base, and he made a swipe tag on the runner in Sutton, and he just apparently missed him. Great try. And a good steal. That ball's upstairs. Here's a fly ball. This is very well hit. Going out, and it is a home run. Nedlin puts one out there at the 286-foot mark. And he comes away with the home run and 2 RBI. Wow. Well, as soon as that left the bat, it sounded pretty good. And it was. There the team congratulating him, and the Norsemen jump out now. They retake the lead at 3-1. Well, I mentioned that Nedlin has been on a bit of a tear. Here's a fly ball out to center field, and that's going to be the catch for the out. Boy, that coming with 2 outs. That was a big hit by Nedlin. Fly ball to center field where Matt Kepler was able to bring it in to end the inning. Well, let's take a quick look here. 2 runs on 2 hits. The big home run smash by Nedlin gives the Norsemen the lead right back. We'll come back here ourselves to Ithaca after these couple of words. Returning here to the Bulldog Complex, it'll be Wes Nelson, Mac Neef, and Houston Garcia Bolin. 7-8-9 part of the order for the Bulldogs. Now trailing 3-1. Hatlin is set on the mound, and here he comes. It's a swing and a miss. Cashton Building Supply, Kevin Kirking, Courtney Kuzi bringing you today's action here from Ithaca territory. Stop in, give them a call at 654-7871. That ball in the dirt, and it's now 1-1. Here's a pop-up, and it's going to be Vatlin with the grab as he comes into view. So Nelson with the pop-up. 1 away. Brings up the right fielder in Mac Neef. Left-handed hitter. Takes the ball a little bit outside. Well, also our thanks with Cashton Farm Supply. That's Ernie Peterson and his crew out there on Highway 27, outskirts of Cashton. All your organic farming needs. That offering came in real tight, brushing Neef back. And it's 3-0. There's your automatic. Hatlen trying to battle back now as he fell behind 3-0. Now 3-1. And there's a full count. Hatlen with a fastball right down the middle, and Neef was taking that all the way. Swing and a miss. He got him on a fastball right around the letters. And there's 2 down. Garcia Bolin, the catcher, now stepping in with Manning, the leadoff hitter, on deck. A big swing by Garcia Bolin came up empty. Hatlen trying to get out of the inning here, 1-2-3. Field looks to be in great condition here, even after all the rain throughout the day yesterday. Kind of wondering, I know that's outside the Viroqua baseball and softball tournament canceled yesterday afternoon, as the Viroqua area really kind of was under siege with the rain for quite the day when everything was said and done. There's a big swing again by Garcia Bolin, coming up empty. Just missed. He took a little bit off that one. Kind of rode in, and now the count is full. Manning due up next if Garcia Bolin can get on. There's 2 down. And he walked him. Garcia Bolin able to coax the walk here out of Hatlen, and now Manning with a base hit and a run scored here for the Bulldogs. Back in the first will step in. He put a little Texas leaguer out there in right field, a few feet away from the foul territory. Here's a ball up the middle. The scoop, the throw by Milutinovic, and that will take care of the inning as Manning grounds 6-3. Well, no runs on no hits. 1 runner left on base here for the Bulldogs. We'll come back with the top of the third. And Westby, well, they're out in front here, 3-1, and they're going to look to see if they can add a couple more. Let's take a look and see where the Norsemen will be here in their lineup. As we come back, it's Bo Milutinovic, Garrett Vatlin, and Lucas Bendel, the 3-4-5 part of the order. Milutinovic grounded. He was taken off the base path 6-4 after being hit by a pitch back in the first inning. That was a fielder's choice from Garrett Vatlin. So Milutinovic looking for his first base hit, and this would be fouled off. Took a big cut at that one. Milutinovic usually does not get shortchanged on his swings. He finds himself down 0-2, though. And there is strikeout number 2 here for Salisbury. Put that one on the outside part of the plate, and Milutinovic could not reach it. Here's Garrett Vatlin. Vallon, with that fielder's choice, was left stranded at third base back in the first inning. Our thanks going out, and hopefully you're enjoying watching today's tape-delayed broadcast on Coon Valley Telecommunications. Thanks to Carol and all the crew down there on Central Avenue, as well as the Daily Brew in Westby on the north side. Here's a ball popped up, foul territory. Can they get to it? Not able to get to it. Cockcroft, with a good try, kind of got turned around a little bit there right at the last moment and could not get the body adjusted to come up with that grab. So a new life here for Vallon. Let's see if he can capitalize. The Olaruds and the Cades at Daily Brew invite you to stop in. That's upstairs. There's a swing and a miss again on the outside part of the plate. That one also looked like it might have fooled Vallon, the same as Milutinovic. Both strike three swinging. Looked like they were reaching just a little. Here's Lucas Bendel now. Takes one high. Again, if you're just joining us on this tape-delayed broadcast, it's 3-1 Westby. Swing and a miss, evens the count at one apiece. There's a strike. Good pitch there by Salisbury right at the knees. And it's 1-2. And that'll end the inning. Salisbury coming back strong here. A 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. All three strikeouts. Micah Salisbury said, I'll take it myself, guys. We'll come back with the bottom half, home half of the third with Kepler, Clary, and Salisbury due up. Bulldogs trailing 3-1 will bring up the heart of their order, 2-3-4, to try and close the gap here as they trail 3-1. Here's a ball lifted out towards center field, and making the grab is Nedlin for the Norsemen. Kepler pops that one out to center field. That's his counterpart out there. One away for Sammy Clary. Clary with a nice base hit, driving in Manning back in the first for an RBI. We'll try and jumpstart this Bulldog offense here with one down. Takes the ball low. Allen coming right back. That one's in the dirt out in front of home plate by about 6 feet. Well, Eagle Title Company, that's Lori Hulte, doing business in Vernon, Monroe, and La Crosse counties, serve you. Of course, she's located in Coon Valley. And don't forget Greg Danes and crew. It's embroidery and more out there at Swingham Road, 210D exactly. That ball missed outside. It's 3-0. Yeah, that's where I get embroidery and more with my business shirts and hats and stuff. He just does a great job. Well, getting the walk here is Clary. They didn't give him too much to swing at there, it seemed like. A lot of respect there for the number 3 hitter. Now stepping in, it's the pitcher and Micah Salisbury. Salisbury looks at the first pitch. He drives it out to center field, but Nedlin is there, and he will make the grab. Salisbury with the fly out, the second fly ball to center field here in the bottom half of the third. Now with 2 down, here is Logan Anderson. Anderson hit a hard ball down to third base where Vallon was not able to corral it. That's fouled back. Well, good to see Logan back out being active after some injury during the wrestling season. Kind of cut that season short. But here he is on the baseball field. Swing and a miss. Hustling back down was Clary. Hatlin is set. He's out in front with 2 strikes. That's outside. And we'll look at a 1-2 count. Hatlin takes a look, has the sign, and here he comes. And a call, strike 3. A little bit of a delayed call there as it kind of maybe fooled the umpire for a moment as well. Going down looking was Logan Anderson for out number 3. Well, we're going to take a little break here as we have no runs on no hits and a runner in Clary left on base in the bottom half of the 3rd. When we return, it's the 4th, and we will look at the 6, 7, 8 part of the Norsemen lineup. Chase Bendel, the DH for Blake Catlin, pitching, steps in. He is a strikeout victim back in the 1st, and here he is in the 4th. And he takes a big cut coming up empty. Thanks going out to Mark Evinger at Evinger's Equipment Sales and Service on the north side of Viroqua. Yeah, stop in there and take a look at what he has to offer. Here's a shot out to right center, and it's going to be caught. Well, a nice grab out there. He had it all the way in the right fielder in Mac Neef. He was trailing it, and he eyed it down right into his glove. So the long out coming up there by Bendo. And it's going to bring up Rhett Stensling. Stensling was on base with an error as he chopped one out towards the mound, and Salisbury made a swipe at the ball and went right over the top of it, allowing Stensling to get on first. And that's where he was left, though, when the inning was done. 1-1, the count. Tried to check his swing, but it's going to be a strike as he offers. A little bit low, just under the kneecaps there. Well, when you're looking for appliances or TVs, check out Mitby's TV and Appliance in downtown Cashton. Thanks to Mike and the family helping us out with all of our contests that we put on throughout the year. That ball is swung on and fouled off. Full count now to Stensling. And a call, strike 3, and he knew it right away. He just turned and started walking away. That one was a good fastball and looked like it was right on the belt line. Here's Brigham now. There's a call strike. Brigham, in his previous at-bat, was looking to try and sacrifice Stensling, who was on first after that error. He popped it up, and Salisbury, quick as a cat, picked up the ball in midair and fired a strike to first base where Cockruff was waiting, and Stensling was about halfway down to second base. That was an easy double play. Here we have 2 down, and that ball is upstairs. Count at 2-1. Fouled that one off. He had a good swing. Brigham finds himself at 2-2 with Salisbury. Micah with a pitch to give up. He put that one out in front of home plate. Probably didn't want to give it up like that. But nonetheless, he can come back here now at a full count. Gets the nod, and here we go. In the dirt a little bit, low anyways. So the Norsemen keeping the inning alive here with the walk to Brigham. That's going to bring up Blake Sutton, who had a base hit back in the second. And he wound up, that was with 2 outs. He wound up scoring as he was out in front of Devin Nedlin, who hit the 2-run shot down the right field line. Here's a soft pop-up, and Manning is going to drop back. He'll make the catch to finish off the inning. So the pop-up to second base will take care of the Norsemen. Top half of the fourth, no runs on no hits. They will leave a runner stranded at first base. Back with more high school baseball after this. Miles of Smiles Child Care Center, located in Our Savior's Church in Westby, bringing you today's action thanks to Ashley Liam and her crew. Well, stepping in is going to be Ethan Cockcroft, who swings at the first offering, came up empty. That one up around the letters. Wes Nelson and Mac Neef to follow. 3-1 your score. Westby on top with the 2-run shot from Nedlin. Nedlin, by the way, will lead off the top of the fifth when that rolls around. Hatlin with a 1-1 count. That one was a little bit high. getting up over the top here of Sutton doing the catching today. Here in game 1 anyways. I would imagine that after this game that Ratha will be back in. Here's a shot. Holy smokes, it is a home run. Cockcroft turned on that one, and he put it out to left field, and he is jogging around the bases. Well, that just cut the lead down to 1 with that big smash. Well, Cockcroft got all of that one. Three-2 your score now, as the Bulldogs looking to close the gap even more, try to tie this up here in the bottom of the fourth. That's going to bring up Wes Nelson, the left fielder. That ball's in the dirt. Neef to follow. Houston Garcia Bolin in the hole. Swing and a miss. That one downstairs, and he could not catch up to it. Main Street Mobile Mart, your Synergy Mobile Fuel, your only family-owned convenience store in Viroqua, helping us out today. That one's pop foul out of play. And in Westby, it's Main Street Designs, thanks to Leah Kroom. Comes to haircuts and much more. Well, nobody out here after that big home run from Cockcroft. There's a chopper. That one picks, throws just in time to get the out. Well, I tell you what, Wes Nelson was hustling. Motoring down the line, and he made it close. 5-3, though, on the putout. Valen could not hesitate on that. He had to rifle it over there. Here comes Mac Neef, the right fielder. Ground ball, second base, the pick, the throw, and there's 2 down. Well, staying down on that one was Gavin Larson, and he made a nice little play in the toss over to Brigham for out number 2. That's going to bring up your number 9 hitter in Houston, Garcia Bolin, stepping in. Bolin checked his swing. That was downstairs for a ball. The Viroqua Clinic, part of that Gunderson Health System, helping us out today. Appreciate their terrific support throughout the year. And thanks to Dwayne Lind at Lind's Home Center in Cashion. They're located on Main Street. That ball inside, nearly catching Garcia Bolin. He was able to dodge out of the way. Yeah, thanks to Dwayne. And, of course, their model is with 70,000 pieces of hardware and more, of course, appliances and such. If they don't have it, you don't need it. Well, the called strike will put the count on the automatic at 3-1. That's in the dirt. And it'll bring up Lincoln Manning. Manning was in this situation back in the second inning, and he grounded 6-3 to end the inning. We'll see if he can keep things alive here for the Bulldogs. With 2 down, Hatlen steps back off the mound. And now they'll reset. Manning in as well. Called strike. Fastball down the middle to get things started. Manning 1 for 2. Looking for his second hit of the ball game. Little chopper out in front here. This could be trouble. Manning hustling, and he is going to be on with an infield single. Wow, a little dribbler out in front. And Vatlin, who was playing back, not able to get to it in time. And Manning with pretty good speed, motoring down the line. And there's 2 on. And 2 out here for Matt Kepler, the center fielder. Flew out to Nedlin in center field. Here's a ground ball. It's going to get through, and they are going to hold the runner. Well, that was a wise move right there by Coach Danny Clary, as coming up in left field, making the pickup smoothly, was Lucas Bendel. And here comes Sammy Clary, your number 3 hitter. Couple of base hits in a row here after a walk, and bases are loaded with 2 down. Cleary with a base hit. He pops this one up, and it is going to be a foul ball right underneath us. Little chatter going on down below. Clary with a walk in his previous at-bat. That's outside, not by much. Good eye there for Clary. Shortstop here for the Bulldogs. Here's a ground ball. And that's going to have to go to first base, and they will just in time get the out. Boy. Milutinovic with a shot over to first, and Brigham with a nice play, and Clary was just flying down the line. It's going to be 6-3 on the putout. But the Bulldogs, well, they come to within 1 here off the opening home run in that inning, as Ethan Cockcroft smacks the home run. It's a solo shot. After that, 1 run on 3 hits and 3 runners left on base. We'll come back with the top half of inning number 5, and it's the top of the order for the Norsemen. Well, Devin Nedlin is going to step into the batter's box, and we'll see what they do with him in the top of the fifth as Nedlin put the Norsemen out in front earlier in the ball game at 3-1 with a 2-run home run. That ball is inside after the first offering was low and away. 2-0 now as Salisbury will look to try and come up with a strike here. Swing and a miss. Nedlin 1 for 2 here in today's ball game so far. And there's another swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Salisbury. That one's in the dirt, and we have a full count. Salisbury shakes off one sign, says yes to the next, and it's in the dirt, swing and a miss, and it's out number 1. Nedlin goes down swinging. That's a tough out right there. Good one to get if you're a Bulldog fan. Well, the Nordic Lanes, Scott and Sue Sordahl helping us out once again with today's broadcast. And, of course, they've got softball action coming up. Beanbag tossing and just all kinds of things. Some volleyball. Always something going on there during the summer months. That one a little bit inside, apparently, and it's 1-1. This is Gavin Larson. Gavin 1 for 2 as that ball sails outside. That ball in the dirt right out in front of home plate, bouncing away from Garcia Bolin. Fly ball, right field. This is going to be trouble as it tails away, and it is going to be out of play. It'll be a ground rule double. Bounces over in that concession stand area for the football field. Larson able to get a hold of that one and put it out to right field near the line. Comes up with a double, ground rule double. 1 on, 1 down. Here's Bo Milutinovic now. Norsemen up 3-2. Going to try and add to their lead here with a runner in scoring position. And a dangerous hitter in Milutinovic. Took the first offering outside, and he swings and fouls the second pitch back. That one rode in tight, and it moves to 2-1. Thanks to Peck's Corner, Nicholas Brigham and the crew out there just outside of Cashton on County D. There's a called strike. Well, they're going to have, they have euchre tournaments and dart tournaments, dart league. Some good things going on over there at Peck's Corner. Here's a ball that's ripped down the right field side, and runner is going to hold at third base. Getting that ball in right away. That was a nice job by Mac Neef as he came up on that line drive base hit. Got out there in a hurry off the bat of Milutinovic. One away, 2 on here for Garrett Vatlin. And he takes the first pitch, and it's a one-hopper. The throw over, check that it was not a one-hopper, it was a line drive. Line drive here by Vatlin, and the throw over to first, trying to get that double play. The ball sailed up over the top, and Westby will score a run. Well, it's a line drive to the third baseman, Logan Anderson, and his throw over to first to Cockruff sailed on him, allowing Larson to score. And Milutinovic winds up at third after everything is said and done. Oh, Westby will tack on a run. Premier Co-op, corporate office in Mount Horeb, but of course you'll find them in Westby helping us out today, your farm, home, and business needs. Also a Richland Center area. Well, we're going to look at Micah Salisbury, Logan Anderson, and Ethan Cockcroft here in the bottom of the fifth inning, trailing 4-2 to the Norsemen, the Bulldogs. We'll see if they can't even this ball game up. That's going to ride upstairs, and it's 2-0. Helen being staked to a 2-run lead here again. Middle of the order for the Bulldogs. That one's inside. It's 3-0. And, of course, the Riverbank helping us out. We appreciate their terrific support, located in Coon Valley and on the south side of Westby for that down-home financial help. There's your automatic. It's 3-1. Thanks to Kevin Blusky as well, your rural mutual insurance agent located in Viroqua. Cheering on the Norsemen here throughout. It's a Wisconsin-based company doing business only in Wisconsin. Well, Salisbury is going to draw a walk, and it's the first time he's been on base today. As previous he was called out on a third strike and flew out to center field. Those at-bats were in the first and third innings, respectively. But here in the fifth, he draws the opening walk. Here's Logan Anderson now. He hits a shot, line drive, and it's a nice grab out there by Nedlin coming in, and he has to do a Superman kind of dive and catches it out in front for out number one. Anderson, well, I tell you what, he hit that one right on the nose. And it winds up nothing to show for it. That was a pretty good at-bat. One away here. Here's Cockcroft, who smacked the lone home run. Takes the ball for a strike. Cockcroft turned on one and put it over the fence in left field in the previous inning, I should say, in the fourth. Now he's looking to get on base here. Get something rolling here for the Bulldogs as they trail 4-2 to the Norsemen of Westby. Hatlin is set, and here he comes. Swing and a miss. Well, Scenic Bluffs Community Health Care bringing you the action today. And, of course, you'll find them in Cashton, Norwalk, surrounding communities. Tremendous job they do for the area when it comes to your health care. Checked his swing just in time. He did not go around, says the umpire. Two the count. That is down low and away. And it gives Cockcroft a 3-2 count here, something that he might be able to drive. Salisbury with the lead. There he goes. And it's going to be ball four, as that was upstairs. Cockcroft with the walk. And now we're going to get a timeout as Coach John Hamilton will take the slow walk out to the mound and see how Blake Hatlin is doing. A relatively short discussion there for Coach Hamilton. Hatlin comes back after that timeout. His offering to Wes Nelson was upstairs. 1 down, 2 on here. The tying run over there at first base in Cockcroft. They're going to give him the base, saying that the ball hit him. It rode in on him. Well, you don't see that very often. That was a delayed call there. That was kind of interesting. That loads the bases with one down. And it brings up Mac Neef, the right fielder. Left-handed hitter. We'll see if he can put one out there in the grass somewhere. Hatlen now battling. Fouled that one off. That was a good pitch. Up around the letters, and Neef able to get a piece of it. Called strike. 1-2 now. Hatlen swing and a miss. And that'll be out number 2 as Neef goes down. Here's Houston Garcia Bolin with Lincoln Manning on deck, top of the order. Garcia Bolin, the number 9 hitter, the catcher. He has walked twice today. If he does that again, he'll put the Bulldogs within 1. There's a called strike. He'll get an RBI. However, he takes that one in there and finds himself trailing 0-1. Ground ball, foul. Third base side here, just underneath us. Oh, 2 now, as Hatlen is well out in front here. Let's see what happens. Just missed outside. 1-2 now. Hatlen with a bit of a lengthy look here. Now is ready. Missed again outside. Not missing by much here as he's firing those fastballs, trying to work the corner, the far side of the zone. And a called strike 3. He got it on the third pitch. And that is going to end the inning with the Bulldogs finding themselves with bases loaded. And that will be no runs, no hits. There were no errors in the inning. 3 walks put the Bulldogs in scoring position. They just couldn't get that hit that they needed. We'll take a little break and come back as we move to the final 2 innings. We're in the top of the 6th when we return here to Ithaca. Returning here to Ithaca, we are at the top of the 6th inning. It's going to be Bendel and Stensling. Lucas Bendel stepping in. Left fielder for the Norsemen. He is 1 for 2 today. That one rode in rather tight for a ball. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Well, Sealand's Carpet Land, located in Coon Valley when it comes to tile, carpet, hardwood floors, much more. There's a place to go. Appreciate Tim and the crew. And on the north side of Iroquois, it's Sleepy Hollow. Called strike 3. Bendel goes down looking as Salisbury painted the corner on that one. Yeah, thanks to Levon, Michelle, and the whole crew there in the 3 facilities of Sleepy Hollow. Valley Fudge and Candy, along with Sweet Valley Artisan in downtown Coon Valley. You got to stop in there, folks, sometime on your way to La Crosse or on your way back. Right in the middle of Coon Valley, they have a terrific selection of fudge, That's like 75 different flavors. There's a swing and a miss, and of course much more than that, but man, is that ever good stuff. Chase Bendel stepping in, the DH for Hatlen, who is pitching today, is 0 for 2. Looking for his first opportunity for a base hit. Missed on that one, just outside by Salisbury. That's in the dirt, so Bendel will earn the walk. One on, one down. A 4-2 ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. This has been a very good ball game today, starting at 9 o'clock. And, you know, sometimes it's always hard to jumpstart things early in the morning, but these guys have been playing some pretty good baseball. Here in this Saturday morning. Quick toss back over to first, and diving back in was Bendel. Well, next week it's the Westby Sit in the Mai celebration over the course of from Thursday, maybe even starting Wednesday night. There's a swing and a miss. Starting Wednesday night, the 17th, all the way through, which, by the way, is the Independence Day, the 17th for Norway. Got to get that little history in there, I guess. But from Wednesday through Sunday, we'll have a lot of different tape-delayed events. We'll cover tons of stuff. And, of course, it'll be rebroadcast on Channel 14. We hope you enjoy all that we can bring to the airways. Just missed. That one might have been inside. It was looked like it was right above the knees on a pretty good pitch there from Salisbury. And, again, you take a look here, stenciling with a good eye. He fouled that one off out there towards the shop area. Here's a fly ball. This is going to be trouble as it tails away from Neef. And again, it's going to be a ground rule double. That one will hold the runner at third base in Chase Bendel. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter coming in. Going to bring in Sean Dolan to pinch hit, and then Beckett Bringen will go back out defensively at first base. Umpire has not even got his face mask on, and they threw that pitch. That was not a good idea there. That's how somebody gets hurt. All I can see is nothing but ugly on that one. If Dolan would have taken a swing and fouled that one back, that would have potentially knocked out our umpire. There's a strike. Two and one. Now 2-2. Foul ball over here on our end of the playing field. It keeps the count at 2-2 with 2 on. Scoring position here for Sean Dolan. 1 out. That's in the dirt. And it's now, it is 2-2 now. Okay. Ooh, he just missed on that offering. That was a curveball that dropped in, but it was apparently just outside the strike zone. Salisbury has had pretty decent control with his pitches today. And he missed with those final two, though, and Dolan is on base. Now we're going to get a re-entry here in a strategic move by head coach John Hamilton, and he'll bring Brigham back into the ballgame. So Dolan with the walk. Brigham will re-enter the ballgame now. And that brings up Blake Sutton. Sutton, the number 9 hitter, but he can be dangerous. Takes the ball low. Norsemen trying to add to their 4-2 lead here in the top of the 6th. Thanks going out to Vernon Communications Cooperative. Of course, we've been putting a number of ball games, softball and baseball, on the air live on Channel 14 and also the school channels. We appreciate Vernon Communications' support and help in doing all that. That ball is going to get away, but no advancement here by the Norsemen. They're going to take it a little careful here with only one out. Salisbury into the stretch, and here he comes. That one's upstairs. Winner of this game will play at approximately 3 o'clock today. The loser around 1-ish, 12:31. There's a called strike. And it's 3-1. Thanks to Amanda Huff and her professional crew. Here's a little ground ball, and it is foul down the line here. Boy, that was a tough one. Good job by Logan Anderson getting to that ball in foul territory. That puts the count at 3-2. Vernon Manor Healthcare Center, that's what we're talking about with Amanda Huff and her great crew, located on the north side of Viroqua. Here's the full count offering. Swing and a miss. 2 down now, and we go back to the top of the order with Devin Nedlin. And we're going to take a quick break here as head coach Danny Cleary comes out. And it looks like they might be making a pitching change here in the top of the 6th. Back after this. A couple of sophomores are going to face each other here in this particular situation with Sammy Clary coming in to pitch now for the Bulldogs. Facing Devin Nedlin. As I mentioned, both of them are underclassmen here. Salisbury moves to shortstop as Cleary comes in relief here. With bases loaded and 2 down, top of the order here with Nedlin. Hung that one upstairs for a ball, and it's 1-1. Cleary coming right back. That ball dipped outside and a little bit low. 2-1 now. Chopped that one underneath. He got a piece of it. Nedlin holding on at 2-2 now. Now let's see what Sammy Clary has in his arsenal of pitches here. 2-2 offering on the way. Ground ball. Backhand play. Cockcroft's got to hurry, and I don't know if he got there. He did not. Wow. Cockcroft kind of knocked the ball down. I think we got to go with an infield single on that one, I think. So that was not an easy play Cockcroft made it look close, though. You got to give him a lot of credit there. So the infield single by Nedlin will plate a run as everybody moves up, and now it's 5-2. Here's a fly ball out to center field, and that'll be caught to end the inning. Well, the Norsemen, they might have got a big insurance run right there. We'll see how the inning and the game plays out as Westby picks up a run. They get that run on one hit, and bases will be left loaded. Three on base here, but they're going to go into the bottom of the sixth inning here with a 5-2 lead. Back here in the bottom of the sixth inning, the Norsemen have now made some changes defensively as Garrett Vallon comes in to pitch. Blake Sutton will move from catcher to third, and Ben Ratho will enter the ball game. Here's a fly ball popped up in foul territory, and it's going to be caught out there by Sutton. That was Lincoln Manning with the opening pitch, and he popped it in foul territory for out number 1. Two for 4 in the ball game so far for Lincoln. Norsemen out in front here, as we mentioned, in the bottom of the sixth inning, 5-2, and now the chess game begins with getting the final, in this case now, the final 5 outs on the Bulldogs. Here's a ground ball, and that's going to sneak through for a base hit. Matt Kepler getting the bat on the ball, and he got it in between short and third. Milunovic not able to reach that one. It was, as he's saying out there, it was so close, but again, just out of the reach. One down, one on. Here is Sammy Clary, and he's going to hit a ground ball foul, third base side. Oh and 1 for Vatlin as he comes in. Curveball missed low and away. Thanks to Vernon Communications, we already talked about, but Vernon Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, helping us out as always. Quick toss over to first, and diving back in was Kepler. Thanks to that great crew out there on Saugstead Road. Here's a fly ball, and it's going to be Nedlin. He will have the catch out there in left center field as Clary flies out, and now there's 2 down. Micah Salisbury will step in. Salisbury now the shortstop. Takes the ball low in the dirt. Ben Ratho back into the ball game now, or in the ball game for the first time today. Normally the starting catcher, getting a little bit of relief here in game 1, but now is inserted in for defensive purposes with the pitching change, and Sutton going to third. Inside. Three 3-0 now as Vatlin finds himself way behind to Micah Salisbury. And he fouled that one off. Bulldogs with only 3 seniors on this ball team, and they should be very tough again next year. Coming in today with an 11-3 record. But find themselves trailing to the Norsemen right now at 5-2 is your score here in the 6th. Well, VMH, Vernon Memorial Healthcare, bringing you today's action. We appreciate their terrific support all that they stand for, serving Viroqua, Westby, and surrounding communities. Runner taking off here. It's a bit of a hit and run here. And it's going to be in there for base hit. It now gets by left fielder. Here comes a run. And they'll score, closing the gap here. Well, it's going to be a base hit for Salisbury. And then an E7. As out there it was Lucas Bendo. He allowed that ball to bounce past him. I think it actually hit his glove and it ricocheted away. Kepler scoring. Pretty good hustle right there. Now Logan Anderson steps in with Salisbury in scoring position at second base. He'll take that one high and move the count to 2-0. Well, it's, as they say, it's never over until it's over. Bulldogs looking to battle back here as they trail 5-3. That's outside, 3-0 again. Well, let's see if they give them the green light. Well, they held back, and it's upstairs for a ball. Runners at first and second now. Norsemen giving up a run here on a couple of hits and a walk. An error also, and now you got a dangerous hitter here in Ethan Cockcroft. He's already put one over the fence in left field. If he does it again, it'll be a whole new ball game. It'll be a 6-5 lead for Ithaca. Called strike. Ooh, just at the knees apparently. That looked a little low, to be honest. And it's 1-1. Swing and a miss. He had a good rip on that one. Well, 2 down here. That one looking for that strikeout. That's in the dirt. 2-2 now. Checked his swing. Now the runners are going to move up as the ball bounced away from Moretho. And now a base hit can tie this ball game up here. Sitting on a full count. It's going to come down to one pitch. Vatlin's coming in, and it's in the dirt. And that's ball 4. Well, the bases are loaded again here. This has happened to the Bulldogs back in the 5th. And also in the 4th. They've had plenty of chances here. They're just looking for that one big hit. And Coach Hamilton is going to call another timeout. Short intermission here by Coach Hamilton, and now we're back in action. Here's a ball that's going to go right to the third baseman, and he'll step on the bag. Sutton with the play, and that little timeout was enough to help the Norsemen, and it winds up 1 run coming across on a couple of hits, and 3 runners left on base once again here for the Bulldogs. Well, we're going to take a break and come back as the top of the 7th. The Norsemen will bring up the 2, 3, 4 part of the order after this. Norsemen here in the top of the 7th inning and are going to bring in the 3, 4, 5 part of the order. Bo Milutinovic. To start things off, he is going to take the first swing here at the pitch, and boy, he drives that out to center field, and a nice running catch, making the grab, running towards the outfield fence. Little over-the-shoulder kind of grab there. And I tell you what, that was great hustle there by Wes Nelson for out number 1. Milutinovic gave it a pretty good ride. And he's going to come up empty. Here is Garrett Vatlin. Fouls that one away. Well, our fine friends at the VFW in Viroqua, no one does more for veterans than the VFW. There's a call strike. It's a couple of strikes now on Vatlin. Dropping way behind here to Sammy Clary. 5-3 your score, top of the 7th. Bulldogs trailing. The Westby Norsemen swinging a foul back. Garcia Bolin not able to hang on to that one. South side of Viroqua, by the way, the VFW. Another ball chopped foul. And our thanks also to the Viroqua Booster Club and now new president Rob Club, along with athletic director in Dan Brown. And congratulations to them on another successful fundraising evening. That was back in April. There's a base hit by Vatlin as he rifled that one over the arms on a jump ball to Michael Salisbury. Vatlin, with his first hit of the ball game, is 1 for 4. Again, Vatlin with good speed. A decent lead out there, and that's enough to have Sammy Clary toss the ball over to first to Cockcroft just to keep him honest. Runner taking off. Here's a hit and run, and it's a foul ball out here in the left field. Moving away from everybody, out of play. Well, let's see if they do it again here. Toss back over and a dive in by Vatlin. Just got the arm in. Bendel today is 1 for 3, looking for his second hit of the ball game. Swing and a miss. Clary is set. Runner taking off. Here's a fly ball. Pretty well hit. Going into, they're going to say, fair territory, and it's going to be a ground rule double. That was close. I tell you what, that painted the line. Well, they're going to give him a double on that. That was a pretty good hustle over there, too, by the right fielder in Mac Neef. Here's Chase Bendel now. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Couple of big runs out there for the Norsemen. That's high. And a swing and a miss, and that will be out number 2 here for the Bulldogs. Well, that was a big out, and now Rhett Stensling will step in. Chess game coming up again here as the Norsemen would like to get some insurance runs to the dangerous Bulldog squad. They lead 5-3. And those insurance runs are out there at second and third. But 2 down. Clary coming in relief is a good little pitcher here, only a sophomore. There's a strike. The count is even at 1 apiece now. Just a bit low. One, two, the count. Checked his swing, and they're going to say it's a strike at 2-2 at the letters. Low and away. Stensling now sitting with a chance here at 3-2 to get a pitch that he can drive. Meanwhile, Clary will try and paint the corner a little bit here, I believe. Let's see. It's a foul ball, first base side. That one's in the dirt, and Stensling is able to coax a walk. Now the base is loaded. Well, in one way, that doesn't really hurt anything, to be honest, because now a ground ball, you got a force at any base. It's all going to come down to, can Beckett Brigham get a base hit? In the dirt, nice job by Garcia Boland to block that one. Can't afford a scoot by, a pass ball here. Thanks to Dr. Leanne Klum on the north side of Viroqua. That next beautiful smile coming from Dr. Leanne Klum and her professionals helping you with your teeth. 1-1 the count as the sun is now out. Quick walk back towards first base. Bendel diving in. Or Stensling, I should say. Here's a pop foul out of play. Bulldogs trying to get out of this jam here with 2 down and the bases chock full of Norsemen. They trail 5-3 and have a shot here. In the bottom of the 7th, they want to keep those runners from scoring. Oh, he fooled him on that pitch, and way out in front was Brigham to end the inning. Clary did his job as he comes up with that final strikeout. Well, now the Norsemen will look to try and go with their defense when we come back. No runs, no hits. Check that, 2 hits in that inning, and bases left loaded here for the Norsemen. We'll come back with the 8-9-1 part of the order here for the Bulldogs of Ithaca. We return here to Ithaca, and we are looking at the 8-9-1 part of the order for the Bulldogs as they trail 5-3 here. Bottom of the 7th, Norsemen trying to hang on, and the Bulldogs trying to come from behind. There's a strike, and it's 0-2. Looking at in between the break here, Westby has left 9 runners on base in this ball game, and Ithaca has left 13. Both these teams are going to look back at that little statistic and say, what gives? Especially the Bulldogs right now, as the last 3 innings they've had bases loaded and could not punch a run through. And they've got plenty. They got some good hits in here too, and some good at bats. Neither team getting the big hit that they want. Oh, a called strike 3, and Neef goes down looking for out number 1. Here's Houston Garcia Boland with 2 walks in today's ball game and a strikeout. Got caught looking back in the 5th with bases loaded for out number 3. Here's a ball lifted towards left field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Well, he just fisted that one over the third baseman here in Sutton. That's going to bring up Lincoln Manning with one on and one down. Manning is your tying run now, as we say thanks to the Varsity Funeral Home, taking care of business in the Viroqua, Westby area, as well as Gaze Mills, Viola, DeSoto area. Manning punches this one right back up the middle. Well, he took that first offering and went right over the top of Vatlin. And now the Bulldogs have something brewing here with one down, and it's the number 2 hitter in the ball game. Manning now 3 for 5 in today's game. Matt Kepler, his last 2 at-bats have been base hits. He is now 2 for 4. Looking for hit number 3 out of him. This is a high chopper. This could be trouble, and there is no place to go. An infield single. That was an AstroTurf-like bounce. My goodness. And now, look out. Bases loaded, and here is Sammy Clary. One down, bases loaded here for the Bulldogs, and Garrett Vatlin trying to get out of this inning with some sort of good pitch here. That's popped foul out of play, out behind. Tying run at second base in Lincoln Manning. The winning run over at first in Matt Kepler. And Sammy Clary, your number 3 hitter, looking to swing away here. Runner on third, of course, in Garcia Bolin. That's fouled up, and now Vatlin is out in front. 0-2. And again, bases loaded for the, basically this is the 4th inning in a row for the Bulldogs. Here's a ground ball, and it is through. They're going to hold the runners. That's going to go down as an infield single. That one punched down the third base side between third and short. Sutton diving after it. Was able to get a glove on it, but now the tying run is 90 feet away. Garcia Bolin comes across to score. The winning run is at second. Here is Micah Salisbury. 5-4 ball game. This is getting exciting. Our thanks going out to the Westby Co-op Creamery. When it comes to conventional and organic dairy products, there's no better place to go. Located in downtown Westby, that ball upstairs, their convenience store. And finally, the Westby Co-op Credit Union. 9 area branches, not only in Westby, but right here in Richland Center with 2. There's a foul ball. Thanks to Kevin Hauser and that great crew. Well, here we are with the 2-1 offering coming up here by Garrett Vatlin. Tying run at third, fly ball, deep fly ball. Hope to score that. Tying run if you're a Bulldog fan. Meanwhile, bases loaded here. Vatlin trying to get that second out. It's 3-1 the count. Got that one in there just at the letters, and it's 3-2. Well, the contact ball on the ground, everybody's got to be hustling. You don't want to get into a double play ball here. Swing and a miss. And there's 2 down. My goodness. Here's Logan Anderson. Anderson today is 0 for 3 on by an error in the first inning. He walked in his previous at-bat. fouled that one off. He had a nice cut there. Anderson back into the box, right-handed hitter. Watches that one in the dirt. Nice job by Rathel. Smothering that one to his right. Manning down at third base with decent speed. Anything that gets by Rathel, look out. Outside. 2-1. Yeah, you got to let him hit. Valen just trying to work the edges a little bit here. Swing and a miss. Bulldogs down to their last strike here. Let's see if they can get something here. Winning run at second base. Tying run at third. Here's a ball. It's going to be a base hit. Look out. Here comes the play. Throw home, and he is going to be out. Wow, what a throw by Nedlin. And a nice hit by Logan Anderson. We are going extra innings here, folks. Well, the Bulldogs come up here with that base hit, but Nedlin, what a job there on his part with that rifle to home to get the out and end the inning. But now before the Bulldogs pick up a couple of runs and tie this up at 5 apiece. Well, listen to this, folks. It's 5-5. We're back here going a little extra baseball today here in this opening game of the Ithaca tournament. And it's been quite the battle here as Ithaca comes from behind to tie things up. In the bottom half of the seventh inning, they were down 5-3, and it's now 5-5. Starting things off here for the Norsemen, it's going to be the 9-1-2 part of the order. Well, let's see what happens. If they can answer back, Westby, they've been able to score their 5 runs throughout. They picked up a run in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. Swing and a miss. Sutton today, 1 for 3. Meanwhile, Ithaca, 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth, and 2 to tie things up, as I mentioned, here in the seventh inning. We're now in the top of the eighth. Sammy Clary. Well, Sammy, he's now in line to potentially get the win in this ball game. And Micah Salisbury is off the hook, as they say. For the Norsemen, Blake Hatlin watches his potential win at the plate disappear. And now it's basically in the arm of Garrett Vatlin to see what he can do. Three-two the count here as Cleary shakes off a couple of ideas from Garcia Bolin, and that pitch is fouled back by Sutton. Sutton is not kind of like your typical number 9 hitter. He's got a good bat. 1 for 3 today. He's popped out and struck out his last 2 at bats. And there's fair ball and the throw. It's 1 down. Oh, the easy ground ball, and now it's back to the top of the order. And your dangerous hitter here, and Devin Nedlin, your leadoff man. There's a strike. Nedlin today is now 2 for 4. He has a home run, a 2-run shot back in the second inning, which staked the Norsemen out to a lead. Fouled that one back on a good pitch and a pretty good swing. 0-2 the count here for Clary as he looks to try and get out number 2. That one's in the dirt, low and away. Ground ball. Cockcroft takes that one right in the chest and walks over and steps on the bag for a 2 down. Taking that one himself. A little 2-hopper that got to him in a hurry. Here's Gavin Larson now, second baseman here for the Norsemen. Clary starts him out with a curveball that stayed upstairs, 1-0 now. Coming right back, here's a fly ball, center field, and camping underneath that is Kepler. And it's a 1-2-3 inning defensively here for the Bulldogs. Westby not able to put anything together, and that is only the second time in this ball game that they've gone 1-2-3. The last time was back in the third. We'll come back with the bottom half of the 8th. Westby will look to try and extend this ball game to the 9th if they can do the same 1-2-3 type inning. Let's see how long this ball game goes. 5-5, bottom of the 8th, and here is Ethan Cockcroft. Takes one in the dirt. Cockcroft today has a big home run. He's 1 for 2, walked in his last at-bat and was left stranded at second base. Another one in the dirt out in front of home plate. Here's a little pop-up. Coming in is Nedlin and also right fielder in Stensling. He'll make the grab. Good talk between the outfielders there as Cockcroft flies out to right field, right center. But Stensling with good speed getting over there. Here's Wes Nelson now. Wes 0 for 3, now 0 for 4 as he flies out to left. And now Mac Neef, who has had a tough day here in this morning's ball game. Swings and misses. He has struck out 3 of the 4 times. He did ground out here 4-3. That was back in the 4th. Otherwise, he's had a tough time putting the bat on the ball. Now down in the count, 1-2. Just missed on the outside, 2-2. Vatlin trying to get that third out here and move to the 9th inning. Pop this one up and out of play. Here's a pop-up. Lutnovich says he has it, and he does, for out number 3. Well, it's a 1-2-3 inning defensively here for the Westby Norsemen. They get the job done here, and we will move to the 9th inning, still tied, obviously, at 5s. This could be an interesting inning here for the Westby Norsemen as they bring up the 3-4-5 part of the order. Meat of their order with Bo Milutinovic to start things off, facing Sammy Clary. Extra inning ball game, top of the ninth. Lutnovich at 1-1. Fouls that one off to the right side. 1-2 the count now. Bouncer right back to Clary, and a soft toss over to Cockcroft to end that at bat. Lutnovich going down on the comebacker, 1-3. Here's Garrett Vatlin now. Vatlin takes a swipe at the first offering and fouls that one back to the right side. Vatlin on by a fielder's choice back in the first. Struck out, lined to Logan Anderson in the fifth, and came up with a base hit in the seventh. They left him, Norsemen left him stranded at third. Here's a chopper down to third, and a good throw from Anderson over to Cockcroft, and it is 2 down. Garrett now 1 for 5 here today. Ball bouncing away from Garcia Bolin as Lucas Bendel steps in. Bendel today is 2 for 4. In between his 2 hits, he has 2 strikeouts. Here's a well-hit ball, and he split the defense all the way close to the fence here, and the ball coming in quickly to Manning as the cutoff, and it's a double. Bendel put that one right between the the right fielder and center fielder here for a real nice double. And a wise choice, slowing up and stepping on the bag here at second, standing up. Here's Chase Bendel now. Bendel still DHing as Ben Ratho comes into the ball game, but Ben is not hitting in this game. Fouling that one back. Taking a big cut. Clary trying to get that third out here. He's out in front, 0-1 to Chase Bendel. Oh, he just missed on that one. That'll even the count here at 1 apiece. Downstairs, 2-1. 3-1? 3-1, excuse me, okay. There's your strike. That one a good pitch on the outside part of the plate. Bendel took a look down to Coach Hamilton and kind of went, ooh. That's upstairs, though, on the curve that did not drop. And now it's Stensling stepping in. Rhett with a solid bat here. Let's see what he can come up with. Fly ball. Kepler moving over towards right center. He's going to come away with the catch. Wow. Well, a tough road right there for the Norsemen. They had a shot, just couldn't punch that run across here. And we'll move to the bottom of the ninth, still at 5s. Meanwhile, for the Bulldogs, they will bring up the 9-1-2 part of their order after these words from a couple of our sponsors. Bulldogs of Ithaca are going to bring up their 9-1-2 part of the order here, thanks to all those terrific sponsors and helping us out with this great ball game. Here's a shot, and it's going to be foul down the third base side. Just missed the line. Well, Garcia Bolin came up with a base hit in his last at-bat and was a big run. He was run number 4, and then Lincoln Manning was run number 5 to tie this game up. Swing and a miss. Valen now out in front 0-2 to the Bulldog catcher. Ground ball, knocked down. Sutton with the throw. He'll have it in plenty of time over to first base where Brigham is able to make the snag. 5-3 on the putout, and we go back to the top of the order for Ithaca. This is Lincoln Manning, who is 3 for 5 today. He scored a couple of runs. Little fly ball. This could be trouble. Oh, and it's going to be a base hit. A diving try off the glove of Milutinovic. Out there in shallow center field, Milutinovic with the full dive, but the ball bounces out of the glove. That'll be another hit for Manning. This one coming in the 9th. Now Matt Kepler with the winning run over at first base. A little bit high. One down. But your number 2 and number 3 hitter up for the Bulldogs. Now it's 2-0. Just missed on that one. Valen will he'll mess with you with those curveballs. He's not afraid to throw it at any time. That was a fastball that got past Kepler. Came up with a big swing at 2-0, now 2-1. Valen is set. Fouling that one back off the screen here. Kepler has played a real nice center field today for the Bulldogs, making some terrific catches out there. One in particular running towards the fence, running away from everybody, kind of a little over-the-shoulder kind of catch. He punches that one out towards left, and it's going to be caught. Manning will hustle back to first base. Well, he reached out, and, that ball took off on him. He was just reaching out, trying to make some contact. Well, 2 down. Here is Sammy Clary now, and with 2 outs, a gapper could be a run because Manning will be running off the contact. There's a called strike. Bulldogs trying to end it here with a runner on. This one's popped up, and it's going to be Milutinovic dropping back from his shortstop position, and he is going to make the catch for out number 3. Well, the Bulldogs will leave a runner on. No runs on 1 hit, and as I mentioned, 1 on base here in Lincoln Manning. We'll take a break and come back. We're going to move to the top of the 10th in a couple of moments. Returning here to Ithaca, and we're in the top of the 10th inning. The Norsemen are going to send up the 8-9-1 part of the order, facing Sammy Clary. Sammy came in relief back in, what was that, like the 6th inning, I think. And he probably had to pitch more than he thought right now. There's a foul ball. Both pitchers trying to get the win here now for their respective teams, as the starting pitchers are well off the hook in this 5-5 ball game, the top of the 10th. Swing and a miss, and that'll be out number 1 as Brigham goes down swinging. That's going to bring up Blake Sutton, the third baseman now. He is going to lift one out towards right field. And, long run. And that ball was tailing away from Mac Neef, but he stayed with it and was able to make the grab for out number 2. That ball just kind of kept going away on a lazy, it looked like a little bit of a lazy fly ball, but there was a little action to it. Back to the top of the order now. Nedlin, ground ball. Cockcroft with the pickup, and he will touch the bag for out number 3. Well, we'll take a little bit of a break here and come back with the bottom half of the 10th inning, and it'll be Salisbury, Anderson, and Cockcroft for the Bulldogs of Ithaca. Micah Salisbury is going to step in to face Garrett Vatlin here once again. Here's a chopper foul, third base side. Well, we're in the bottom of the 10th, and I have to say, folks, I don't believe that I have gone to the 10th inning in a long, long time with baseball. It's got to be, I would almost guess 6-7 years, maybe even longer. Two teams that are playing their hearts out against each other, and some very good defensive plays along the way. Here's a shot. It's going to be a base hit. Salisbury starting things off here. That is the winning run now on base for the Bulldogs. Westby's defense going to have to tighten up here. Logan Anderson is going to step in. Logan, let's see here. His previous at-bat, I forgot to write down what he did. It was, looks like it was out number 3, so I think it might have been a fielder's choice. Here's a nice bunt to throw down, and it is going to be safe. Briggan, I will tell you this, Beckett Briggan did the thing that he had to do, and that was jump up in the air and get that ball. If it goes past him, this game is going to be over. Salisbury would have scored as the ball would have rolled down towards the right field line. This ball is behind Ratho, and everybody's up 1. Well, now Ithaca will be sitting in the driver's seat, and this is a strategic move and not a bad idea right now for John Hamilton and his crew. As going back, I'm going to give Logan Anderson an infield single on that bunt, by the way. They're going to walk intentionally Cockcroft and bring up Wes Nelson. Just missed on that one. So the intentional walk to load the bases. Nobody out here. Bulldogs, well, there's a couple things they could do. There's a ground ball foul. Well, you could try and bunt it towards either line. You could hope for a pass ball, hope for a base hit, fly ball, deep enough to score the run. Everybody's kind of moved up a little bit here, infield especially. Fouled that one off was Nelson. Outfield is up a little bit. Nelson today is looking for his first base hit. In the dirt, nice block by Ratho. 0 for 4 with a walk is Nelson, the left fielder. This is his biggest at-bat in a while, probably. Here's a ground ball. It's going to be through for a base hit, and that is going to be your ball game. What a game this one has turned out to be, as Ithaca comes from behind to pick up the win against the Westby Norsemen. My goodness. Let's take a quick look here. Both these teams are going to be kind of chomping at the bit a little bit here when they go back and look at some of the results. Ithaca left at least 15, maybe 16 runners on base throughout this extra inning ball game. Westby, they left, 11 on base from the 8th, 9th, and 10th and going back. So they have left 11. But in the long run, the Ithaca Bulldogs come from behind, tying this ball game up in the 7th inning at 5 apiece. And now they just punched the run through, nobody out, and they get the game winner off from the bat of Wes Nelson. That is his first base hit of the ball game. He winds up 1 for 5 here today, and of course the number 1 hit is your game winner at 6-5. Westby picking up the loss here. That loss is going to be charged to Garrett Vallon. That's a tough one. He did not pitch bad at all, folks. He was on top of things. And meanwhile, Sammy Cleary will pick up the win here for the Bulldogs of Ithaca. 1 run in the first, 2 in the second for Westby, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th for their 5 runs. And Ithaca coming from behind, they picked up a run in the first to to tie the game, cut it to within 1 in the 4th with a run in the 6th, 2 in the 7th to tie things up, and 1 in the 10th to come away with the victory. Well, we hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin video production of Westby baseball action. They will come back and play the 1 o'clock game now, which will probably be more like a 1:30 or later ball game, and we'll see how that all plays out. The Bulldogs, they move on to the championship game, which will be played originally scheduled for around 3 o'clock. That'll probably be a little bit later also. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned. More baseball action coming up. We'll see you back here at Ithaca on the Diamond real soon.